We're going to be looking at a bunch of different microphones. As you can see, we're going to let you hear the difference, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we have some different camera angles so we can look overhead. We have this guy way over there, and then this one right here. And we have, yeah, as you can see, we have all of these different mics that we're going to test out. These are all wired mics. So these are going to be mics that are going to be perfect for podcasting, or maybe some recording or live streaming, gaming, things like that. We have a few different types of these wired mics, and we have just about 10 of them that we're going to look at here today. So anyway, that's that woke you up. Okay. I'm rocking the podcaster duo here, and then the S Pro Link, the Neo Live R2 Pro for my switcher. And yeah, this is going to be fun. It's one of the best things is like you get a bunch of mics, you want to hear what they sound like. So obviously starting with the GOAT, you know, this is the Shure SM7B. This is the one that you see a lot of podcasters use. And there's a reason why. It sounds fantastic. I mean, listen to me talk. But is it the best? There's, you know, everyone's got a different voice, a different kind of voice. And so sometimes you might have a little bit of overtone to your voice and you don't want it to sound more muddled. You want it to sound a little bit more on the bright side. So look at the price. It is the most expensive one on this list. And a lot of people get it with cloud lifters because it's not, it's kind of missing a little bit of that dB. That's why they have the new SM7DB, because they've added that into it. But when you have like a Rodecaster or like a mixer, you don't need that cloud lifter. You can do it that way. Yeah, this is the mic, and we're going to compare it to the other ones as well. And the SM7B, this is what it sounds like. This is a great sounding microphone. It does come with a bigger wind muff if you're like out somewhere a little bit more windy and you need to cut down on that. But overall, it's great. One of the things that I love about this mic over the other ones that we're looking at today, I don't think any of them have this feature. It's just when you touch it, right, you move it around, you don't hear any noises. That is huge. I think it's because it's got some extra spring-loaded stabilization in there to keep it from, you know, bouncing around when you touch it. So like that is, I love that. You can move this around, and yeah. So the other thing is, you know, if you're going to be talking to a camera like this, doing live streams, how close do you need to be? Like if you could be really close, you know, we can adjust the volume a little bit. I can be closer, or I can be louder and then be further away. And so that's going to make a difference in some of these as well. So I'm going to kill that background music so you can make sure you're hearing it as it is. And there's a little bit of a fan noise coming from my switcher and air conditioning and stuff like that. So what you're hearing is just normal room noises. So yeah. All right. So this is the PodMic. I'm gonna have to come down here. What do you think? What are your thoughts just from those two right there, the Shure SM7B and the PodMic? There's parts of me that love the sound of this. Like it's brighter. It feels more like a podcast mic. The whole point of this is I need to babble on so that you can hear what it sounds like exactly. Like, so that's what we're kind of talking about. It has like some compression to it, but like in a good way. The Shure is a bit bassy and deep. It also, that depends on your type of voice. My voice is a little bit more on the overtone side. Like if I'm singing, you know, at a gig, I tend to turn the bass down and the highs up, and that usually makes it sound a little bit sharper. So yeah, but listen, if I touch this thing, it's not the worst thing in the world, but you hear it versus the SM7B. And that, you know, for people, maybe they don't have the headphones on or something like that, while they're using it, they won't even know that they're making noises. But it's not that bad. There's worse ones that do that. It's heavy. It's a heavy mic, but it's like solid. It feels good. It does pair really nicely with that Rode PSA1 Plus Pro arm. It is a beast. And yeah, let's go ahead and try a different one here. This is going to be the Maono. Okay. Wow. Okay. So this is the Maono this is a jump in price. And I'm going to be honest, it sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good for the price, and especially considering that this is also USB-C capable, so you can plug this directly to your computer where you don't need to have an XLR or an interface. You can just go right to your computer and record from there. And what are your thoughts? What does that sound like to you guys? Again, I'm going to babble on so that you can get comfortable with it. This thing, when you do plug it in via USB, you get lights on it. You can also plug headphones directly into it and monitor the sound from your computer and direct mic. You can change the volume of your mic or your headphones. I have this sitting on my, like, next to my desk. And when I do voiceovers or something, this is just the easiest one to do. I mean, the other ones are expensive, right? And this one just plugs in with USB. It does the job. You can mute it, not when it's plugged in with XLR, but when it's USB, and it lights up a little bit. It has some cool colored lights, and I believe there's a button to change those lights. It's shocking. The first time I used this, because, yeah, it came with like a deck, and I was like, this mic, like, why aren't you just like pushing this mic out? It's great. Now you can hear this one. This is from ixtech, and they have a white one or a black one. It does, it's really sleek looking. I will say that. It does have this foam covering, so you can hear me touching this too. But I could take that off. But yeah, the foam protection is good if you're... It's a little bit less bassy when that happens. Yeah, so this is XLR, but you can have this plugged in with USB-C straight to your computer, and that way you can use it as a source directly. When you have it connected, you have these touch buttons on the top. If you want to see, you can see it that way. There we go. Touch buttons on the top where you can turn up the headphone volumes or also mute the mic as well. But that's only via USB-C. The build quality is really nice. I mean, like, that's the thing. When I move it around too, it's not that bad. Like, it's not as bad. You can hear it. The SHURE, obviously, nothing, but not that bad. But I do like the build quality of it. It's got that one arm, like the one connection here, so it's easy to adjust if you need to without having to do both sides. And that's really nice. Man, it sounds good. All right. Okay, that's better, obviously. All right, so if I take that off so we can hear what that sounds like. So this one, let's go back. We're still there. That's great. Sorry about that. But if you're looking for a mic, let's see. You can cut down that noise a little bit too. I mean, like, look at that. For $54.99, and there's even a discount code on that if you click on that to save you like 5 or 10%. I can't remember which one it is, but if I was to suggest something, I'd say for like $30 more, get the PodMic, right? I mean, even the Maono mic, that's a great mic, the Maono one. So that's really funny. Thanks for that. I didn't know about that. I forgot about the Phantom Power, but where to find it. So that was easy. Thank you for that. So I'm going to leave that on the Phantom Power. We're going to go back to the other mic here. All right. So now we're back to this one. So yeah, there's a clear difference in, I mean, it's a condenser microphone, so it's going to be a little bit different, as you could just see, in price. There's a reason why things are priced a certain way, right? So if I was to put it right here, that's probably a little bit better. Okay. I can't hear it, but I can see it. There's a mute on the top, which is nice. So if I have to cough, I see. Oh, there we go. There's the funny part is if you look at the top down shot here, so you have your light here. And so when you hit mute, it's just a bit weird. There's noise reduction as well built into it. I can turn that on. That gets rid of any other noises, but it's not going to sound as good. Yeah, the other thing is with the FiFIne, it's got, you can change the different lights, as you can see, which is kind of cool. I think there's one that's just like changes throughout, maybe. I lost the room ambience. Yeah, so that was the noise reduction. I can turn that off. The other thing, okay, this is like the difference between this mic and the other ones is, yeah, you plug it in USB-C, but it gives you 2 different channels. And let's look at the top down here. So we're looking at that. So you can see that there's game and then there's chat. And what that means is if you have, if you're gaming, you can run like your game sounds through a different output and then like chat, like other people chatting. You can set that up differently and you can actually adjust how much you want the chat, how much you want to be listening to chat, and how much you want to be listening to the game by adjusting that right here. So it's like chat. But yeah, it plugs in directly with USB-C. It's easy. Comes with the cables. I do like the bass on here too. It's it's lightweight, but it's not going to fall over on you. But it's a nice little bass with the one arm, so it's easy to adjust. I don't know if you can hear the sounds of it like the other ones, but yeah. Okay, let's we're gonna look at the Interviewer Pro in a second, but let's stay with the condenser mics. There's two sets that I want to look at today. This is, the Samson condenser mic, and it comes with two. It's a pencil condenser mic. It's a 2-pack. One of the things that I love about this, so yeah, you get the two. I mean, think about this. If you wanted something like a little bit, like you didn't want people's faces covered by a microphone if you're doing a podcast and a video, something like this you could have a little bit off screen. And I could turn that up a little bit. So you can have it a little bit further, just pointing at their mouth, and then they can be talking and having a more normal conversation. This is also really good if you were like recording some music. Let's say, guitars and stuff, you can have one at like one spot and one at the other spot like that. Like, I mean, I keep thinking it's coming from this mic, but it's not. This one actually sounds really good. So, I mean, like that. Like, let's say we were having a conversation on a podcast, and you can hear the mic clearly. I can adjust this even more so it's really facing. It's really going right at like that's been. Yeah, it's the one that's like default on the Rodecaster Duo that I need to come up with something better, but it's what we got. Yeah. So, I mean, hey, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's better than my normal like recording setup for mics. So, and sadly, I've had these for like a couple of years now, but I haven't used them to their full potential. I've saved them because I want to do some recording with them, and life just gets in the way. But yeah, you can get some really good left-right stereo sounds with using two, or like if you had two people across the desk, you could be just like this, having it like that, like that. The next one, let me know what you think. What are your thoughts? If you just flip the switch on, and this is what it sounds like. So I could be like further back, if I had this like a little bit further back from where I don't have to worry about the microphone showing up at all. It comes with a lot of accessories as well. It comes with the foam thing that you can put on there. So hold on. And also there's a low cut on here. So if it was like really windy and you're worried about like the low end, you can turn that off, but we're good for now. Let me just click on that mic so you guys can see. There's a reason why it's expensive. I mean, more expensive than like the pencil condenser ones. That does come with a lot of accessories. Comes with your cables. It comes with a cable that will go to your camera directly. And to mount it, you also get this windsock. So like this one will really, like if it's really windy out there, this will cut that down big time, to where you'll watch the wind behind you and then you'll be like, I can hear this person clearly. So I'm very impressed with this mic. Also it has the thing to, if it does bounce around a little bit, well, it's not great, as you can tell. Now it's on condenser. I think that's actually better, isn't it? It's a little bit better, in my opinion. Yeah. So there we go. I think that's all the microphones, isn't it? We've looked at everything here. That ixtech arm, that is a great price right now. 15% off, $67.92. One one of the best arms for if you want a desk mic stand. There's that one. I love this one. It's like that or this, something like this that just sits if you just need something on your desk. But yeah, if you're still here, if you're still watching, thanks for all that. We've had a bunch of views on here and a lot of hearts. Thank you for that, and a lot of clicks. And which one would be your favorite that you've listened to so far, out of curiosity? And I'll switch back over to this guy right here. So now we're back to that one right there. A little bit easier to manage, but a lot of cool ways to, like, I can mount this up here and just connect it directly to my camera for recording. Or yeah, you can connect it to a wireless mic. You know what? Actually, sorry, I didn't do all the mics. We're going to look at the Rode Interview Pro. The tricky part with this is I have to connect it to my camera. And hope you guys enjoyed it. The band's going to play us off. Emma's going to dance in the background. Let's hear it for the band. You guys have been great. That would be so funny. Did that. See ya. See you next time.